What's good everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the Air Jordan 1 Voodoo 2.0, the Zion Williamson pair. So without further ado, let's take a look at this shoe. Alright, before we take a look at the shoes, I really quickly want to take a look at the box. And you do get this purple and like really light green Nike Air on the top of the box. The size tag label does read Air Jordan 1 Retro Low OG in Regency purple and vapor green. I did get these in a US 10.5. Inside the box you have 3 extra sets of laces, kind of like a gray pair, a greenish pair, and a black or dark purple pair. They look to be wax laces. I think I will be leaving the rope style laces in the shoes, as you can see right here. But without further ado, let's take a look at the shoes. Alright, so these shoes did release on October 29th, 2025 for a retail price point of $165 USD, $210 here in Canada. That is very expensive when it comes to an Air Jordan 1 Low OG. Now there are a few reasons for that, as far as this shoe and its build and just being a Zion Williamson pair. But without further ado, I do want to take a look at this shoe, kind of all of the details and what you're getting with this Low OG Air Jordan 1. Now starting with the outsole, you do kind of have this gray or like really dark greenish outsole right here. It is a Low OG outsole, so it is a bit wider compared to the Low 85. You have that Nike Air in the middle. One of the most iconic and best traction patterns of all time. Moving away from that, you do have this white rubber cup sole wrapping all the way around the shoe, and housed within the shoe, as far as the cushioning goes, is an aerosol unit in the heel with a polyurethane wedge on top of the aerosol unit. Nothing in the forefoot, so if you've worn a Jordan 1 in the past, you would know kind of what to expect as far as the cushioning goes. It's very close to the ground. You can't really feel that airbag at the back of the shoe at all, so really nothing special. But if you like a shoe that's really close to the floor, that's what you're getting in this shoe as far as the cushioning goes. Now, as far as the materials go, that's where this shoe really shines. It's nothing really premium, but they did use a variety of materials, and you kind of are getting this almost like canvas purple material at the back of the shoe. In the middle, you have a black suede swoosh, a purple suede panel right here, some more canvas on the eye stay, and down here to the pinky toe area that does wrap all the way around the toe right here. You have some more black suede here at the toe box with these little like lines running through it. There's no perforations. There are these little kind of like purple stitch lines. On the medial side, it's more of the same. You do have some more embroidered stitch work right here. At the back, you do have this Air Jordan Wings logo upside down. And if you do flap this up on the left shoe, it does say Voodoo. On the right shoe, it does say Zion. You have this little skull right here with this kind of little button. So a lot of kind of premium materials. Really nothing special as far as like really being premium, but it does have that look and feel to it at least. On the tongue, you have some more purple suede with that Nike Air logo upside down. And then on the interior, it's almost like a hairy suede as well on the interior. So the brand used a ton of different materials as far as the upper of the shoe. And then you also have these stitch lines and kind of like almost stitches here on the side panel on the shoe. More or less the same on the right shoe, but you can see you do have a light purple toe box on the right shoe and a darker one on the left, so they are kind of mismatched just a little bit. So it's a really cool look in my opinion as far as what you're getting on the upper of the shoe. The laces that I will be using are kind of these Voodoo-esque or like rope laces that you can see housed within the shoe right now. I think this is a fantastic look. I just really love the overall design of the shoe and the way these laces really pop on this pair right here. Now, as far as what you're getting also as far as comfort goes, as the insole, you are getting this insole that does have a Voodoo liner on the left one, and on the right one it does say Zion on the inside. This is not a polyurethane insole, it is a Dream Cell insole, so it does add a little bit of stepping comfort, but nothing amazing underfoot. You'll have a little bit of compression under your foot, and that's kind of all that you're getting. Underneath that, you do have a strobo unit, some white tape on those stitch lines, and you also have the size tag label right here, 03/22/25 to 06/13/25, as far as when these were manufactured, and then the label at the back. This shoe was also made in Indonesia. I know a lot of pairs have been made in Vietnam and China, this pair in Indonesia, but overall it's a very clean looking shoe. The tongue is not very padded, it's pretty thin, as you can see right here, so don't expect a ton of padding on this model. As far as the fit goes on this shoe right here, now I'm typically a 10.5 in a ton of Jordans, size 11 in all of my Air Maxes. Now with this pair right here, as you saw with the box, I did go with my true to size 10.5 in most retro Air Jordans, and for this pair they do fit rather snug. My toe is near the end of the shoe, not right at the end of the shoe, but right where I like it for a really snug fitting shoe that I can wear loosely, and it's not kind of a sloppy fit. So I would recommend maybe trying these on or another Air Jordan 1 in store to get your proper size, but for me, my true to size is a 10.5 in Air Jordan 1s, and these fit rather snug but really nice on foot. Now this is the 2.0 version of the Zion Voodoos. I believe there was a 1.0 that released in 2022. It kind of has brown and green panels on the upper. That is a shoe that I did want, but I was not shelling out the price that the resale price market was offering or asking for that shoe. I think it was going for like between $450 and $700 Canadian dollars. The market has fluctuated a bit, and I actually like this colorway better. I think it pops more. I think it does kind of offer more of that Halloween and voodoo-esque design. I believe this was kind of like a friends and family pair when these kind of originally surfaced, but the brand did decide to bring these out, and they're more or less a GR, because on the initial release date on October 29th, these sold out in my local stores. But just this past weekend in like mid-November, footlocker.ca here in Canada did get a restock, and I was able to pick up 2 pairs for the retail price point of $210. So I was very stoked to get these in hand and just kind of check them out and make my decision if I want to keep them. And I am definitely keeping these guys right here because I'm really loving what the brand did with this colorway and the overall execution on the Voodoo 2.0. Another thing to do with this pair right here, I believe this might be one of the last low OGs with the 7 lace holes and the smaller swoosh right here, because the Chicagos have already released, and those have the bigger swoosh and the 8 lace holes like the lows are supposed to have, and the collab pairs like the Travis Scotts have 8 lace holes, and the bigger swoosh. This pair does have that smaller swoosh, but the overall design and execution of this shoe is superb, and that's why I wanted to pick them up and just check them out in person for myself, because the images looked awesome, but honestly, in person, these are even better. But that's going to do it for today's video. Sound off in the comments if you guys picked these up. Were they just too steep as far as the price point goes? Or do you just not think they're worth it as far as this overall design and execution of this pair right here? For me, it was a definite pickup, and I'm actually really happy that I did decide to pick up 2 pairs because I'm really loving this colorway. But as always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would really help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, stick around for the end of the video, as I will have a portion of me having these on foot. But as always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.
Look, I'm in line with the stars, I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides like